Hello, co-creators. I'm Kelly Keith, a spiritual happiness life coach, and I'm going over today the 7th step in my non-traditional recovery coaching program. So it's limiting beliefs. This is a big one. A belief is just something you keep thinking because thoughts create things. That's what makes it real. Real to you and me. What we are going to cover in this video is a list of what are limiting beliefs. Is 1. 2, for what purpose. 3, how you create reality. 4, what are your beliefs? You're gonna make a list, because I already have. And 5, one visual clearing method you can do on your own. And I'm gonna go over how you can do that at the end of the video. All right, so let's get it. All right, so limiting beliefs are the primary obstacle to being, having, and doing. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna read from my notes because I don't wanna miss nothing. This is a very big deal. Limiting beliefs, I just don't wanna miss, I don't wanna leave anything out. So, limiting beliefs are the primary obstacle to being, having, and doing all that you've dreamed of. In this section, we want to help you learn to recognize limiting beliefs when they show themselves so you can identify them and replace them with empowering beliefs. By definition, a belief is something one accepts as true or real, a firmly held opinion or conviction, so your truth. We all have many beliefs directing our life. These beliefs cause us to think, feel, and behave the way we do. You have beliefs about everything. You have beliefs about yourself, finances, relationships, etc., that are shaping your experiences in the different areas of your life. These beliefs filter your perspectives and are directing the show. They are the lens you see life through. One way to look at it is like a software program on a computer. We have internal beliefs or programs created through experience and conditioning. These programs run on autopilot when triggered and bring with them the emotions that were embedded into the program. Belief when it was created. If our internal beliefs are full of negative energy, limiting beliefs will attract like-kind experiences into our lives. It is essential to recognize that you're not viewing life the exact same as everyone else. You are seeing it through your beliefs and mine, your perspectives and mine. You don't necessarily get what you want in life. You get what you believe you can have and deserve. So an example, I'm a felon, okay, let's say. So I can't vote or get a job. No one will hire me because I'm a felon. No one will rent to me. Okay, I'm gonna go through the list. Money is the root of all evil. Money does not grow on trees. Can't have what I want. Inability to receive money. I don't love myself. I don't deserve it. I am not worthy. I don't accept myself. I do not forgive myself. I am not smart enough. I will never be wealthy. It is not spiritual to make too much money. A lot of people think that, a lot of spiritualists from back in the day, but that is not the truth today. Rich people are bad. Rich people are snobs. Rich people are greedy. Time is money. There's never enough time. Money is hard to manage. Another day, another dollar. Money will burn a hole in your pocket. Can't hang on to my money. More money, more problems. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of responsibility, People won't like me if I have lots of money. The rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Oh, that's one I've heard so much. I'm just not good with numbers. I've said that one a lot. I can't have money and be spiritual. I've said that one in the past. Money is a limited resource. I don't trust myself. I don't deserve to enjoy, possess the good, beautiful things in life. I don't need a lot of money, just enough to get by. You should always want for more. That is godlike energy, to always want more for yourself. Earning money is a chore. I won't be able to tell who my real friends are if I have lots of money. I don't need a lot of money, just enough to get by. What will others think if I am successful? Fear of judgment. I will feel bad if I make more than my parents. There is never enough. I'm just not good with money. I just can't see myself as a wealthy person. I'm poor. Earning money is exhausting. It's selfish to want a lot of money. It is. Making money is hard. Okay, so there you have it. That is the list. You know, you can add to it. I mean, there's a number of other things, but that is an example of what limiting beliefs is about. That is what we have been programmed from very young ages, since we knew how to talk. These are, common ones that you and I have grown up with. And it's time to release them because it's holding us back. So that gets us to, for what purpose? Number 2, for what purpose? Most people live their entire lives being driven by an unconscious, unacknowledged need for something more. For instance, the politician may have been a child who never received enough attention. The businesswoman may have been a youngster who didn't feel equal to her peers. At the best, and the best-selling author may still be trying to prove that he's smart or lovable or admirable. However, true freedom and power come from knowing what you want without being a prisoner, emotionally attached to what you want. But there's another reason for knowing and stating your intentions. When you declare them, you begin to discover all the things that stand in the way of realizing your dreams. You may say, you want to pay off your house so you can be free of the payments and interest, but suddenly your subconscious begins sending objections. I don't make enough money to pay off my house, or no one ever does that, or what will others think? We've all struggled with subconscious thoughts or mental conditioning that cause us to question or sabotage ourselves. Awareness is the first step to addressing this challenge. As you begin the clearing process, you can position yourself to take action where you failed to act in the past. The sum of those positive changes and actions over time can create a much more abundant future. How you create reality. That is number 3. Beliefs are how we create reality. We've probably noticed that people seem to have the same reoccurring problems. Did you ever wonder why it's often the same problems? Same problem patterns for each person? The person with money problems repeatedly experiences money problems. And the person with relationship problems frequently runs into relationship problems. It's as though each person specializes in their disorder, internal beliefs, or creating those circumstances themselves. They're creating it. Until the dysfunctional beliefs that create the unfortunate events are reprogrammed, the behavior patterns will continue to emerge. Notice in the following creation cycle diagram that perception and belief are the beginning of the experience we create. Your beliefs generate your emotions, which create your feelings and thoughts, which catalyze your behavior, whether words or actions, which then finally create your reality. Okay. You may say, I don't know what I want, right? You may say that. Sorry, I'm skipping ahead. Okay, so I want you to write down at this point, okay, I want you to write down what you feel your limiting beliefs are. Out of that list I just gave you, I know one came to mind that really stuck with you, or at least a few of them. Write them down right now, okay? Examine your life, the way you show up. So what are your beliefs? That is step 4. Examine your life. The way you show up in the world is the direct result of your beliefs. Not happy, in debt, poor relationships, not successful, bad health. Your beliefs about each of these areas of your life are creating these experiences for you. In a genuine sense, some part of you wants what you have, problems and all. You need to identify them because you are attracting these things to you. You are attracting, it's a law of attraction. That's what's creating your reality, is these beliefs that are unconscious to you. They are blocking you. They are sabotaging. You are self-sabotaging yourself unconsciously by not being aware of these things that are in your way of getting success and good relationships and growing, okay? You may say, I don't know what I want. But you do know what you want. You know it right now. People sometimes say they don't know what they want because they feel unworthy of their desires and aspirations. So you got to ask yourself that. Because they fear judgment, even self-judgment, for setting a goal that seems too far away for someone like them. They suppress the desire. Sometimes this thought process happens consciously, but typically a good portion is subconscious. We may feel frustrated that we aren't able to immediately define our desires, but they are there. Somewhere inside you, right below what you are willing to admit, you simply haven't spoken them yet. Trust the process. As you continue through this program, as you do the work, your clarity will show up. You will attract the answers, okay? So let's go more on the clearing, which is the one visual clearing method I'm going to give you. It's a visual way to do a clearing. This is the 5th step. First, note that all clearings have an emotional component. You are first feeling the energy of the trigger in your body. Then you focus on bringing the clearing technique to that emotional energy to detach or disidentify from it, which allows you to release it once you identify it. And I just listed a lot of them, so if you identified with it, writing it down would be the 2nd step. You are not, so to release it, you are not that energy. As you release that emotional energy, you are then able to look at that limiting belief without the charged emotion because your armor is off, so to speak. You can then, with clarity, get back into alignment. This means you can then plant the belief that you chose to identify with. Literally, clearing is like weeding the garden of your mind and emotional body. Once the weeding is done, you can then plant the seeds you want to reap going forward. People have different learning styles. Everyone receives information via their senses, but not everyone uses their 5 senses in the same way. For some, their visual sense is their strength. For others, it may be their auditory or their feelings. Just as various people need different presentation approaches to most effectively learn, people also require different approaches to clearing to get the results they seek for their individual blocks and beliefs. Like for learning, I need to be speaking, like saying things out loud. That's why I was never good in school, because they always tell you to read quietly. So I would always reread the sentence and not understand it. It's because I needed to get it from all my senses. I needed to be seeing it, hearing it, and feeling the words as they were coming out in order to understand. And that was one reason I was never really good in school, because I'm meant to read out loud in order for me to understand. So naturally, clearing techniques are going to be different for different people. This is a visual one I'm giving you an example of. I did give you a video of EFT, is another one that is for people that are more feeling people, because it's a tapping, it's the touch. And the other one is auditory, is a Ho'oponopono, which I did a video on as well. A separate videos, the other steps. You got to go back and watch the other steps, because this is the 7th step of recovery of my non-traditional recovery coaching program. Okay, so no one clearing technique works for all people. Having a spectrum of clearing techniques to suit various strengths, performances, and natural tendencies provide a better tool bag, so to speak, for clearing. Some of our favorite techniques for visual, auditory, and the feeling learners are outlined below. Okay, so the visual is the 5 steps to clearing a limiting belief. So there's 5. So 1, you identify. That's writing it down like I asked you to do a little bit ago. So I'm going to give an example. Identify. So I identified with more money, more problems, or some millionaires are miserable. Okay? Now I'm going to rate that a 7. Back then, that's what I rated it at. So now you're going to rate that, being 0 being the least effective and emotional response in you, and a 10 being a lot of emotional response in you that you connect with that statement that you're identifying with. Now, after you rate it, the 3rd step, release. Give a metaphor. If I had more money, so you're going to reprogram. If I had more money, I could help a lot more people. I could be stress-free on money issues. I could feel more free financially. You know, you got to give yourself a metaphor to say whenever that limiting belief comes back into your life, or it gets repeated, like you say it, you catch yourself saying it, you got to come back with these statements that you write down next to each one. So, and also say it at least 5 times after you come up with the positive metaphor for that limiting belief. Okay, like I just did. If I had more money, I could help a lot of people. So like, you know, and the identifying limiting belief was more money, more problems. But instead, whenever I catch myself saying that, I would come back with, yeah, but I could help a lot of people with that money, you know? So you kind of like cancel out that limiting belief, and you're reprogramming something positive, something more productive, something that's going to attract the better instead of the lower vibration from that limiting belief. Instead of blocking yourself, you're going to get out of resistance, and you're going to attract. You're going to be in the flow, okay? Then the 4th one. So then you re-rate it. So I put 0 after that. It was pretty simple for me. I didn't feel a connection to it after I knew a positive thing to say. So the 5th is you rinse and repeat if that 4th step was still rating on a level for you. Mine was 0, so I didn't have to repeat it. But if it is, go up to 5 times repeating it. Okay? And then you'll remember when it comes back up. You'll remember when you're in conversation, or you know, you're having positive self-talk, or I mean you're just having, it's usually when you're in a social situation and it comes up and you say it, the limiting belief, you can come back with that, because you'll remember what you wrote down and what you used to clear that saying with. Okay? So that's what I have for you. That is the process, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and to get notified when I post new videos. And also January 1st, my book's going to be coming out. Check back on right here on my channel or my website, unitylovelifecoaching.com, to see about when the release of that is. And bye for now.